Once upon a time, in a big and busy city called Metropolis, there lived a young man named Alexander. He was very rich because his family had saved a lot of money for many years. Alexander lived in a huge house that looked just like a palace. He had the fastest cars, the finest clothes, and everything gold could buy. But Alexander was not a happy man. He was very proud and thought he was much better than everyone else. He often looked down on people who did not have as much money as he did. Because he was so mean, he did not have any real friends. He spent his nights alone in his big house with only his expensive things to keep him company. One sunny afternoon, Alexander was walking down a crowded street. He was wearing a fancy suit and a very mean look on his face. On the sidewalk, he saw an old man sitting on the cold ground. The man's clothes were old and torn, and he looked very tired. "Get out of my way, you poor man," Alexander shouted. He looked at the old man with a very angry face. The old man looked up at Alexander with soft, sad eyes. He did not say a word, which made Alexander even more upset. Alexander kicked at the old man's hand, and the few coins the man had fell onto the dirty street. "That is all you are worth," Alexander laughed. As he walked away with a smug smile, something very strange happened. The bright sun disappeared, and the world began to spin around and around. When Alexander opened his eyes, he was not on the street anymore. He was standing in a quiet, dark room with very high walls. "What is happening? Where am I?" Alexander cried out. His voice sounded very small and very scared. A deep, powerful voice came from the shadows. "You are in the Hall of Truth," the voice said. "You are here to answer for your choices." A tall figure in a long, flowing robe stepped forward. Its face was hidden, but its voice was as loud as thunder. "I am the keeper of hearts," the figure said. "It is my job to show you who you really are inside." The keeper waved a hand, and magical pictures appeared on the walls. Alexander saw himself, but he did not look like a handsome, rich man. He saw how he treated the shopkeepers, his servants, and the poor man on the street. He saw the sadness he had caused others. For the first time in his life, Alexander felt a sharp pain in his chest. He felt the cold wind and the hunger that the old man felt. I did not know I was being so mean," Alexander whispered. He felt very sorry for what he had done. The keeper looked at him and said, "You have a choice. You can stay mean and be alone forever, or you can learn to be kind." With a heavy heart, Alexander chose to be kind. He promised to change his life and help everyone he could. The keeper smiled and sent Alexander back to the city street. He woke up right next to the old man he had been mean to. This time, Alexander did not shout. He knelt down on the ground and helped the man pick up every single coin. From that day on, Alexander was a brand new person. He used his wealth to build schools, big hospitals, and warm homes for the poor. He realized that true greatness is not about having a lot of money. It is about how much love and kindness you show to other people. Thank you for watching this story on Fluent Harbor. We hope you learned that being kind is the greatest treasure of all. Now we have a question for you. Have you ever done something kind for a stranger? How did it make you feel inside? Please share your wonderful stories with us in the comments. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more stories.